I want to take this time to analyze the output of show interfaces. Show interfaces. But I want to look specifically at just fast Ethernet 0/1 in this example. So fast Ethernet 0/1. If I just typed in show interfaces and executed that command, I would see output for every single interface on my device. That's just way too much for me here. I want to look specifically at just one interface. So let's type in fast Ethernet 0/1. So that way there we only have to look at that interface's output right now. What is valuable to us here? Well, there's a lot of valuable information in this output. For example, it says here fast Ethernet 0/1 is up. Line protocol is up. And as a result, we are connected. What does up mean? Up. So we're up at layer 1 and we are up at layer 2 of the OSI model. That's what that means. We're up at layer 1, we're up at layer 2. We have physical connectivity and we have data link layer connectivity. We can also see the MAC address associated with the interface right here. So that's the current MAC address that's being used. But it's also listing the burned in address. So what did Cisco burn in to this particular interface? Now, why is it listed twice? Well, the burned in address, the BIA, that's what Cisco provided for this interface of this device. And this right here is what's currently being used. That's the same as the burned in address here. So they're equal. But if I wanted to, I could manually change the address. That would not change the burned in address. This would stay the same. That would not change, folks, at all. But this would change here. So I have the ability to change that by going to the interface and specifically identifying what I want the MAC address to be. So you might have a purpose for changing that. You might not. But that's why it's listed twice here. If you provide a description for the interface, it shows up right here. So in this case, the description says, hey, we are connected to PC1. We can verify the MTU. The MTU's 1500 bytes for this interface, which is the default for a fast Ethernet interface. The bandwidth, 100 megabits per second. The delay, 100 microseconds. Reliability, load, all part of that interface. And what encapsulation are we using? ARPA. What does that mean? It means we're using Ethernet, folks. It means we're using Ethernet. So I have an Ethernet connection here for fast Ethernet 0/1 going down to PC1. Our keep alive is set to 10 seconds. We have our full duplex. All right, if it's set to half duplex, that would show up right here. You want full duplex nowadays unless you have a specific reason, like supporting some legacy of the device that only uses half duplex. But other than that, we should be full duplex. 100 megabits per second, listed here again. So kind of redundant with its information in regards to the bandwidth and the speed right now of the interface. We saw up here it was listed in kilobits per second, and down here it's in megabits per second. You can see the type of media it is, 10, 100. Input flow control is off. Output flow control is not supported on this particular model. But as we move down now in our output, what are we going to see? We're going to see some information in regards to our queuing strategy if you're familiar with quality of service parameters. So that's listed there. First in, first out is the default on this switch for the queuing strategy. We can see right now the output queue size is 0. There's nothing in the queue because there's no traffic right now. The maximum is 40. Not a whole lot of packets, input or output on this device, but we can see the 5-minute average value that can be changed. So if you're looking for more aggressive statistics, maybe 30-second input and output rates, you could change that. But down below here, we're really looking at layer 1 statistics now. Packets in, packets out, which ones were runs, which ones were giants, were any of them overrun. So all that information can be seen at the bottom, even if you had collisions. So if you're looking for information about collisions, that's listed right there. So it's nice to see that if we're struggling with communication, we can go to the interfaces and we can verify statistics as to what is happening with that specific interface by using the command show interfaces.